So over past years, the whole red flag talk is quite common. A little too common, right? But it's where we at. But this one takes the cake. Doechii, a female rapper who is not surprisingly bisexual, said that straight men are a red flag for her. Let's hear it out of her mouth.
What's my biggest dating red flag? Is it being on the DL? You're on the right track. I have my answer. Is it close enough? You want to guess one more time? What would be a red flag for me? Bad music taste? Oh, that is a good one. Because that's one for me, That is a good one. Like, that's not what I mean? You don't listen to Michael Jackson. But okay. Okay. This is a huge red flag for me. All right. You know what's so crazy? I was going to say men. Strike one. You're a man. Yeah. And you're heterosexual. Yeah.
And it don't surprise me that a homegirl had the same answer. Cackling. Couldn't wait to agree. Yeah, like shut up. Y'all just some of the goofiest goofballs I ever seen. I bet there was a bunch of chicks at the crib just breaking their little fake nails, trying to get to the comment section and type on this. Who I'm talking to? You? A group of goofballs just at the crib slapping, high-fiving, breaking each other's nails, looking stupid together. Just so you know, 83 to 90% of the patents that are held in the world are by men. We created the industries and technologies that would allow these platforms to broadcast to the world that you have talent. And we maintain it. I don't see women on oil rigs or underwater connected subsea cables for your Wi-Fi. Yet you thank us with your ungrateful slander. But now that I got my little quick rant off, you know what I'm saying? Let's go hear what Judge Joe Brown got to say about this situation. And this, you know, he don't never disappoint.
So, straight
I'm glad I'm my age, so I don't have to go through this stupidity these young men have to go through. That is so abysmally stupid. Are they lesbians or something?
I ain't no spring chicken, but unfortunately, I'm still out here searching too, just like y'all. Shut up, you old too, whatever. But I'm just saying, listen, the judge saying this and I thunk it. Like, I feel bad for me and the fellas as we out here looking at the dumb doorknobs of women that we have to pick from. But they ain't trying to act like the fellas got it all together neither. Because, you know, we stupid too. You know, and we got to get our chips together. I'm trying to, you know, I ain't going to count mine right now. But you know what I'm saying. We got a long way to go out here. This dating pool is treacherous for all of us.
She did come out and said she was bisexual or queer.
Well, no wonder. So it's supposed to be a red flag if the guy is straight.
Well, no, she said it's a red flag for her.
Yeah, in other words, I'm assuming from her perspective. So something's wrong if the guy is straight. Not if he says he's straight.
She doesn't like straight men. That's
straight. Something's wrong. That's a sick puppy. She needs mental health treatment.
Here you go with that mental health mess.
She needs mental health assessment. Something's wrong with her. That's like saying, you know, I really hate air. It tastes so nasty. Well, fool, how are you going to exist on this planet if you don't like the taste of air?
Leave it to the judge, and he going to say everything that need to be said. He don't hold no punches. He don't hold his words, and he mean what he say. But listen, I hear what he's saying, but I don't know if I would say so far that she needs to be mental health evaluation. Because normally when people would say that, it would lean towards the fact of what you identify of and this, that, and the other. Like if I want to walk around and say that I'm a shark, right? All of you know, people would be like, "Or you're nuts." But when the alphabet community does it, as far as saying what they identify as, nobody really blinks an eye. I'm going to give you an example of that watching this funny video of this cop in this exchange. Watch this.
You do currently have a California driver's license. You just don't have a physical copy on you at the moment.
That's my preferred method of identification.
And this is?
It's a cat collar. I'm currently identifying as a cat.
Fair enough. The information here on the tag, I'm assuming belongs to you, the boyfriend?
Yeah. That's so rude. I hope you know I'm recording.
Well, it wasn't my intention to offend you, but he just identified as a cat, and you're wearing a Harriet's Waltz t-shirt, so forgive me if I came to a conclusion that you guys are involved in some sort of a homosexual arrangement.
I'm not mad that you think we're together, but you're using gendered language. Besides, I'm not his boyfriend, I'm his owner.
Okay. Well, look, we can do this the hard way if you'd like. I can have this car towed because last I checked, a cat is not licensed to operate a motor vehicle in the state of California. We can have animal control come get you, take you to a shelter where your owner can retrieve you for a fee of $70 after you're given the necessary immunizations, which do include a rabies shot, possibly even spayed or neuter, whichever you prefer or identify with. Is that what you guys want to do here?
What should we do? I don't know. I don't have $70.
Sir, I can also request that a mental health care professional come down here on scene and do an evaluation of you because you're considering letting him take a rabies shot rather than just give me an ID, use some manners so I can give you your ticket and move along.
And so I get what the judge is saying in his point of view. I think this is more of a case where you can see somebody that needs a mental health evaluation. Doechii's case, I think they're just being ungrateful, spoiled brats of women, as we know them today. They sit back and they enjoy all of the fruits of the labor that men put in, right? They enjoy everything that men provide and all of the fruits of that, and then they have the nerve to be ungrateful, spiteful creatures as they talk about the men that provide the very thing that you're sitting on broadcasting the world to. You know what I'm saying? And it's a gentleman that put it perfectly. I don't think he was the original person who said this phrase, but he repeated it, right? But let me just let you see the point of what I'm saying.
Most women today want the power of a man, the privilege of a woman, and the accountability of a child. Really think about that for a second. So most women these days, especially women who've been brainwashed with a lot of this feminist empowerment, this feminist ideology.
So that was Matt Cross official, as you see, and he was 1,000% correct. Women want the power of being a man. They want to call themselves equal, but they don't want to do the equal work that a man does to make the society run, right? They don't want to do the underwater welding, the underwater subsea cables. They don't want to get on the light poles. Not only the light poles that are in your backyard, right? You name me the time you saw a woman on those, right? Only on the commercial where they want to make a point to show it to you, though, right? But also, I'm talking about the ones that are in the Swiss Alps somewhere, right? 0 degrees or whatever. Right? Men are up there doing stuff, hanging from places, about to die to make sure these wind turbines and electricity is working properly. Women don't want to do that. They don't want to do those things, but they want the same power that the men who do those jobs have, right? But they want the privilege of being a woman, which is where a woman can go and sit in a bar with nothing on her but her pretty face and her pretty booty cheeks sitting in that seat, and she'll get everything that she got coming to her for the night. Every dude will come in there and buy her this, buy her that, and the other. Drinks, food, what do you want, baby? Can I get this for you? Can I get that for you? Can I get the door for you? Right? She wants that privilege of a woman, but she wants the power of being a man without putting in any of the work. She just want to show up to the construction site and take pictures with some dirt on her face, making it look like she was working. She don't want to actually work. And she wants the accountability of a child. Meaning that, hey, when I try to correct you on some of the dumb things that you are doing and thinking that it's okay to do, you want to say, but I'm a child. You can't hold me accountable because I'm 3, right? I don't know no better. Well, I'll throw this in. They don't want the accountability that regular children have, because rich children don't really have accountability. The rich children come in, cuss their parents out, talk crazy, not do anything, don't do no chores, nothing. But regular children, oh, we know. You come in the house, you got stuff to do, right? Because you're being taken care of. Hey, and what your parents say, long as you in my house, under my roof, and I'm paying for all these bills, you're going to do what I say. But the thing that feminists have convinced women of today is they convince women that they need to be taken care of like children. They don't need to lift a finger or do anything. They just need to be cared for. Just pay everything paid for, all the bills paid for. But they teach the women that they should be able to come into these houses, right, and talk crazy to their parents. Imagine if you was a child, you came to your house and talked crazy to your mama, told her you ain't doing no chores, you ain't cooking nothing to eat, you ain't washing no clothes, you ain't, right? But this is what feminists teach the women of today. They teach them that they should be taken care of like children. Everything should be covered for them. But they teach them to talk back to the man that covers them, right? Only now it's your husband that's covering you. And as a woman, they expect that their husband should cover everything and do everything as far as bills go and money go. But then they have the gall to look at that man and say, I wish I would make you a sandwich. Fold clothes? What do you mean? Do you not have enough money to buy a maid that would fold all our clothes? You know, you see the weirdness of how that works. They want to be taken care of like a child, but they don't want to do what a child would normally be told to do in his mother's or father's house. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is how their mind actually operates. This is how they view the world. And you can tell as these feminist women have taken all these talking points, you know what I'm saying? Like they sit on these platforms that men have provided them and would not work unless men go to work every day and make everything, the electricity and the gas and the lights and the roads for you to even get there. It would not even come together had it not be for all the hardworking men that make these things happen. But then they sit on these platforms that they've been given the privilege to have by all the men in the background, and they have nerve to talk out the side of their neck and be so disrespectful to the men who have provided you the very place to talk. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's continue on what the judge was saying.
Is that
Right. This is her holding a book, Ain't I a Woman? Black Women and Feminism by Bell Hooks. So Doechii, she is a Grammy winner. She was the winner of New Rap Artist this year, and she's popular. You know, she's in her 20s. She's on Paris Fashion Week, and I believe in Milan. She got on this haute couture dress that she ended up flashing a woo-ha in front of the paparazzi. You know, she's jet setting now, and she's that it girl. And part of that is making sure you align with the powers that be agenda. I am anti-straight man. I am pansexual or queer, or I'm just other than straight.
okay? So
And I'm a feminist. And she's a feminist.
Why
Please
not?
don't do that.
That's what she is.
So, hey, the judge don't hold his tongue. He said what he said, and the old girl, she like, please don't do that. But he's not really like. She just said it herself. She said she's the it girl, and if she's going to be on this path of being the it girl, then she needs to go along with this agenda that we can clearly see that says, hey, tell the world that being a straight male is weird, when that's how God made everything to be. That's what God called normal. If you don't believe in God, then this part ain't for you. But I'm just saying, don't you think it's a little off that all of a sudden being a man, a masculine man, is something different?
I keep my boys humble. Like, my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fly. I'm like your kids. And no, I don't give a, I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Mm-hmm. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. Mm-hmm. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open a door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window, that money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there, you know? And so for me, it's always that idea of American masculinity is very different.
The world wants to make you believe that being a masculine man is not normal, right? It's Isaiah 5:20. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Evil is good. That's what I think.
God designed things to be a man for a woman and a woman for a man. Anything in between. Now, if you ain't religious, take it however you want to take it. But for those of you that claim to be men and women of God and still are going outside, as Doechii claims to be a woman of God, snot crying and talking about all the blessings that God received her and all of that, right? I mean, she claimed to be a woman of God, but she had the Grammys butt naked on the stage, twerking it up, talking about how she loves Hollywood, which is, we know that ain't godly. Hollywood she loves, and partying and drinking and smoking and freaking and doing all the things that would be opposite of what God's word would say we should be doing. I'm just saying. She said she's a woman of God. She claims to be a woman of God, but then all of a sudden, a heterosexual man is not, it's a red flag for her, right? That statement can't line up with God's word. It does not, it never will. And for you who are looking forward to what God's word says, you will never make this normal to us. This will never be the normal for you to turn good evil and evil good. And they ain't trying to call your lifestyle evil. But what I am saying is that we all have evil parts of us that we don't want to let go, me included. We got things that we do that we know is not godly, that we shouldn't be doing. But we continue to do them. I love fried chicken. Huh? As you can see by my jaws and cheeks. But it ain't something that is good for us or that we should continue taking part in. Now, we do it. But I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that it is good for us. Even though fried chicken is not something that's forbidden in God's word. It still ain't good for our health. You dig what I'm saying? But either way, we can all see that Doechii has probably been hurt by some straight guys in her past. But Doechii, I'm just going to say this also. We've all been hurt. We've all been punched in the face by somebody that we thought that loved us. It doesn't give us the right to just turn on the whole opposite species or opposite sex and just act like they're just everybody's so. Like, we have to consider the fact that maybe we have been attracting the wrong members of the opposite sex. And that's why we're getting the result that we're getting. I don't know what she's been through, but she's obviously been through something that's got her feeling this way. Even though some people say it's a joke, some people say, you know, it is what it is. But we've all felt like this at one point. But I'm just saying to all of us, we've all got to let this go at one point as well. And realize we may be the problem of why we're attracting certain people into our lives. And we need to change something in us to then receive the real blessings of the partners that God has for us. You understand what I'm saying? But it's your boy P. Cam. You let me know what you think, what you don't think about it. Get at your boy.